So what I really, really enjoy is the red. It is probably one of the most brightest pieces in this collection. And also you used a dress. Why did you specifically choose this dress and the color?
Well, I was thinking about going out for a Friday or a Saturday night, an evening out. And so I thought red would reflect the hot summer nights, And then when you go to old clubs, they often used to have like red vinyl chairs, red booths, when you go into those kinds of things. So I'm trying to convey that. So it was a tie between doing blue for blues or red, and red won out. And I like it. And I wanted to see the older works as more neutral, but as we move, I'm getting more colorful as we move through time, if you'll see that. So this is sort of a beginning of a change point with more color in the pieces. And back in the day, we used 45s and 78s, okay? So these are all 45s. And when I was talking to some of the old-timers, like myself, at the picnic, they were talking about jukeboxes. So for a while I was thinking about putting a jukebox on here. Then I decided, no, I would actually have dancers, and so you'll see everybody's wearing black. The ladies are all. So it was a chance to dress up, after having a hard week at work. The 2 days that you could dress up, you go out Saturday night, you dress up one way, and then the next one you get up and dress up, you go to church, and that'd be a different kind of dress up. So that's what I'm showing. This is like this woman, I'm using her as a singer. But then I'm using, in some of my other work, I've been known for putting clothing in them. I like looking at old clothes and dressing up the piece too. See, so I found this beautiful black dress at a local thrift store, and I said, gotta have it. And so there we are. So this is the only one that only has one photo. There were two clubs in Russell City. There's the Russell City Country Club, and there's Miss Al's. But I didn't have a good image of her club. But they both had their place as a place of relaxation for the community.
And then you incorporate the records.
Yes. So each 45 has a different music fabric. And if you look at them closely, they also have words on them. So this one says B.B. King, because Mr. King just passed away recently. And I have blues guitar on this guitar. And here we have the Russell City Blues Festival, which is held every year. So I wanted to honor that they have the Blues Festival. Then there are old performing artists, or there's Sam Cooke. So it's just full of little things here. There's Laverne Baker, doing music notes. So there's stuff, you have to look at it closely to see who's in here. Della Reese. So people of our generation will recognize those names as performers during that time, 50s, 60s, and so forth.
So how did you mock this couple dancing? How did you get the proportions just right?
I used to take an old photo as a model, so I looked at a lot of old dancers, and I thought, oh, that looks good. And then I changed their position or their hair or their clothing a little bit, but that's how I get the scale correctly. But then by using my scanner and blowing it up, I project it. I have a projector, and if I could decide how big I want them, depending on how big I make the projection. So that's how that works. And it's just using a variety of threads, making jewelry. I tried to use as much music fabric as I could in here, so there's some here. So they're all over the place. And then I see there's a little piece here that's not there. And these circles remind me of notes, and so I'm looking at that, trying to have the fabric also have musical movement.
Well, the piece definitely looks like it's out to have a good night.
It does. That's good. Well, then it's succeeding. This is good.